Rather than wasting time manually creating tickets for code and cloud vulnerabilities, we built Jit Workflows to automatically triage application security alerts and delegate them to the relevant team, while filtering out noisy and inconsequential alerts. Let me show you what I mean. Let's make a workflow that automatically creates alerts for newly detected code security issues in a group of services and then assigns them to the relevant engineering team. After creating a workflow through the settings menu, we'll select a trigger to initiate the workflow when new security findings are added to Jit's backlog. Since we only want to show security issues that are relevant to a specific engineering team, we'll add a condition that tells Jit to only look for security issues that reside in services owned by that team, which we can do by selecting the names of relevant code repositories. Next, to avoid overwhelming engineers with too many findings, let's add another condition to limit security alerts to the vulnerabilities that really matter, like those that are in production and are accessible via the internet. We can do this by telling Jit to look at the priority factor of each finding, which tells us the runtime and business characteristics associated with each finding. In this case, we'll choose the internet-facing field and the production field. This will focus the developer's attention on only the security issues that introduce real risk. Now let's create an action that Jit will take when these conditions are met. We can either create a notification via Slack or create a ticket in Jira, Monday, Linear, and other ticket management systems. In this example, let's create a Slack notification. We can simply select the relevant channel as the destination for the notifications. By saving the workflow, this will automatically triage newly discovered application security issues within our defined services to the relevant team, but only when they're in production and facing the internet. Now let's test the workflow by adding some vulnerable code to one of the services we selected. In this example, Jit detected a code security weakness that uses a weak number generator. Let's merge the pull request so that Jit recognizes it as an open issue, which will trigger the Slack notification. Here, we can see the notification populate in our selected Slack channel, which makes it easy for teams to coordinate investigations by jumping to the issue in Jit or in GitHub. We can also verify whether the workflows are triggering in the Jit app by navigating to the History tab within our new workflow, which shows us that the notifications are being sent successfully. And finally, we can go back to all of our existing workflows to turn them on and off or to edit them as necessary. And that's how you can use Jit Workflows to set up rules that auto-triage security vulnerabilities to the relevant development team. To try it yourself, find Workflows in the Settings menu within the Jit app.